For more information, please visit www.burbankcouncildistricting.com. This concludes the announcements for this evening.
We have four presentations today on the agenda. First is the Burbank Police Foundation Annual Matthew Pavelka Scholarship Award. I want to invite former Mayor Mr. Michael Hastings, the president and co-founder of the Burbank Police Foundation, to recognize the scholarship recipients. Hello.
Thank you very much. Good evening, City Council and staff and people of Burbank. The Burbank Police Foundation was founded to bring the people of Burbank and the law enforcement officers in Burbank, we like to call them peace officers because that's what they do, bring them closer together and show what we all can do together as a community. One of the most cherished things that we do at this point in time through our 10 years of being around is what we call the Matthew Pavelka Scholarships. I first of all would like to thank all of the people in this community that have supported the Burbank Police Foundation over the years. Without their support, without their financial support, we wouldn't be able to do things like this. And it has been a resounding success going out and showing people all the goodness of our law enforcement and all the goodness of our peace officers. So it's paid off all the way around. We have won, meaning the foundation, by bringing in extra money, and the people of Burbank, I think, have probably the most diverse, special group of men and women that I have ever been around, and I really mean that sincerely. The people that are here tonight with me are board members, and I'd like them to stand up, if they would please, for the Burbank Police Foundation board members. And I'd like to thank them all, plus we have command staff here, and some of them, including the chief, are on our board. I'd like to thank them for being here as well. What we do is we interview students from all of the high schools in Burbank, Catholic, private, and public. And I think this year we had dozens and dozens of applications. And so there is a subcommittee that comes together and we interview these young people. Well, to the parents, the teachers, the organizations that are raising these children, and the Boys and Girls Club, which were brought up quite a bit, congratulations. We have an unbelievable batch of young people coming up behind us. And so we're very proud to have interviewed them all. And it's very hard to call any of them winners or losers because they are all very outstanding and exceptional young people. The Matt Pavelka Scholarship is a scholarship, and I'm not going to go too deeply into it because, again, as I say annually, it was probably one of the darkest days of my life. I was at home when this happened on November 15th of 2003. I was on the board at St. Joe's at the time, was asked to go and help set up somewhat of a command post for one of the captains, Janice Lowers, who was going to be taking care of what was going on at St. Joe's. And when I arrived there, it was not mayhem, it was pure professionalism. Police and fire did an outstanding job. And I'm not going to go further, it just tears at me talking about it. However, we don't want the people of Burbank to forget about Matt Pavelka, and especially the young people. Because that night, I saw what heroes do, not just that one died being a hero, but those that helped save his partner Campbell's life. Tremendous heroes. So as we interview all these young people, we talk about heroism, we talk about peace officers, and we talk about Matt Pavelka. 26 years old, went to work, fun guy, only on the job for 10 months, didn't go home. Didn't go home. All of the officers that you see on the street every single day, their families pray that they go home every night. And we should too. And that's what we talk about with these young people. And the Pavelka family, when this occurred, a lot of money flew into this community of people saying, what can we do, what can we do? And so Matt Pavelka's parents said, let's do something for the youth. And so we established the scholarship, and that's what we do here each and every year, handing out these scholarships to these young people. This year, we're looking at the 20th year of Matt's passing. November 15th of 2023, it'll be 20 years. So in solemn remembrance of the 20th anniversary of his heroic death, we've doubled the scholarship, and we're going to continue that from now on. Instead of $2,000 per student, it's going to be $4,000 per student. And upon completion of each college year, each student will be awarded a scholarship of $1,000 up to 4 years. And again, we thank the community for allowing us to do that. So tonight I'd like to introduce you to our recipients. We did have one recipient that was not able to make it tonight, and he is a young man, part of the Burbank Police Officers Association family, Rep. Gordon. He had something else scheduled tonight. These are all such brilliant young people. He's probably inventing something or coming up with a cure for something. So our hats off to him, but he's not here to get the accolade. From Burbank High School, and when I announce your name, if you don't mind coming up, please, and then I will present your awards so everyone can stare at you as I'm talking about you. And also, I will be reading excerpts from some of the comments that were made by counselors and or friends. So, Vahan Kashkarian, if you could come up here, please. The quote is, "It was my pleasure to write this letter and recommendation for Vahan for a scholarship consideration. As his high school counselor, I have seen his determination, initiative, perseverance through his outstanding academic performance and extracurricular accomplishments. He is the type of student who is goal-driven and will do what it takes to get what he wants." And it says, "I am wholeheartedly impressed with Vahan as a student, an incredible human being. No doubt he will be an addition to expanding his knowledge, growing as a student while in college." And I will tell you, when he walked in the room for the interview, I thought I was being interviewed. Very, very bright young man. And as you can see, dresses for success, and this is the way he came. And he will be an extremely successful young man in anything that he chooses, but we know that him coming from Burbank, and I've said to all of these young people, you're coming back. So after they do what they're going to do, go out and have fun a while. Go to school, come back, bring your career back to us, and share what you learned from Burbank. So, Ross isn't here, but he's just like Ross. So why don't you just stay up here? Thank you. Our second student is from Providence High School, Gunnar Sizemore. So Gunnar, if you don't mind coming up. As a model student, Gunnar, this came from someone, and you'll understand the importance of this recommendation. As a model student, Gunnar would be the first one to tell you that he thrives in perfectionism, a trait that has led him to much success in every area of filmmaking. Through his passion for acting, cinematic language, and impactful storytelling, Gunnar embodies the symbolic art of directing. His care and empathy for others really shines through. Further, this is the writer, as a 24 veteran of LAPD, retired, currently as a police lieutenant at CSU Dominguez Hills, and having been a part of the Pavelka task force that took down the gang responsible for his death. He was proud to nominate Gunnar Sizemore for the Matthew Pavelka Scholarship Award. Gunnar, where'd you go? The other thing about Gunnar, when he came in, because he's very much into theatrics and producing and directing, he's got an IMDb, is that what it's called? An IMDb that is longer than a list that you would see in any newspaper series. He's that accomplished as an actor. So I said to him, if your career takes a tanking direction in directing or whatever, what's your fallback position? I thought I'd catch him quickly, and he said, I'll just go back to acting. Great job.
If that fails you can be the mayor.
Okay, Reese Adams is from John Burroughs High School. Reese? Quote here is, "Reese is a driven, ambitious student who is more than willing to put in the time, the work, the effort to achieve his goals and aspirations. Reese has a passion for helping those in need, as well as a guide and inspire his peers and the younger youth. Being part of the Boys and Girls Club and a leader, Reese committed to being a teen volunteer. This past year, he's volunteered over 150 community service hours. He's continuously taking on new tasks to test new limits and set new standards. He's a very dedicated and self-motivated individual. Reese is without a doubt, he will be successful in whatever he sets out to do in his life. And I will tell you about Reese, again, these grades of all of these young people, I mean, when we found a B, we'd say, what happened? But they are all exceptional students, but also this young man, Boys and Girls Club in Burbank. So you can come from anywhere and be here. So, Reese, congratulations.